In this tutorial, we'll walk through the process of creating 2D pixel art style isometric sprites from a 3D model using Blender. Isometric views are often used in games and applications for creating top-down, three-dimensional effects with a 2D representation. Select the car model or whatever model you're using, right-click, and under the Object menu, choose Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. This will center the origin of the mesh to ensure proper rotation and scaling. Open the Properties panel by pressing N and open the View tab. Check the box for Lock Camera to View. This ensures that as you move around the viewport, the camera will follow your movements. Select the camera in your scene. In the Object tab under Location, set the following values. X is 10, Y is -10, and Z is 10. For the rotation values, X is 54.736, Y is 0, and Z is 45. In the Object Data Properties tab, change the camera's type to orthographic. This eliminates perspective and gives you a true isometric view. Go to the Renders panel. Under the Film section, check the box for Transparent so the background is transparent. In the Output Properties tab, set the resolution to 256 by 256 for both the X and Y axes, or whatever size you need. Press 0 on the numpad to enter camera view. Move and scale the car model so it's comfortably within the camera view. Select the model. In the Shading workspace, add a shader to RGB node between the BSDF shader and the material output. Add a color ramp between the shader to RGB and material output nodes. Change the interpolation mode of the color ramp to constant for sharper shadows. You can use this to tweak the highlight intensity. Under Render Properties, open the Film section and set the filter size to 0.01. Under the Color Management section, change the View Transform to Standard. Set up your lighting and render your image so you can see it in the compositing workspace. Open the compositing workspace and activate Use Nodes. Add a scale node between the Render Layers node and the Composite and Viewer nodes. Add a Value node and connect it to the X and Y of the Scale node. Change the value to 0.2. Add a Pixelate node between the Scale node and Composite node. Duplicate the Scale and Value node and place them between the Pixelate and Composite and Viewer nodes. Change the second value node to 5. Now you can see the pixel art style being applied to your model. In the animation workspace, make sure you're on frame 1 of the timeline. Select the model and insert a keyframe for location, rotation, and scale by pressing I. Move to frame 2 and rotate the model 45 degrees along the Z-axis, and insert another keyframe by pressing the I key. Repeat this process through frame 8 to complete a full 360-degree rotation. Under the Output Properties tab, set the end frame to 8. In the Output section, select PNG and RGBA to include transparency. Choose the output folder where the frames will be saved. Render the animation by going to Render, Render Animation. Open Affinity Photo or any photo editor of your choice. Make a new document that will be large enough to contain all the sprites. You can do this with columns and rows, or just use one long sprite sheet. Make sure you're using a transparent background. Drag all 8 images into the editor. Snap each separate image into place. Using guides will make it easier. Export the PNG for use in your game engine. You've now successfully created 2D pixel art style isometric sprites from a 3D model in Blender. These steps can be adapted to any model, and you can tweak the settings to achieve different visual effects, such as adding more frames for smoother animations or experimenting with different shadow styles for pixel art. By mastering this technique, you can easily generate sprites for games, animations, or even digital art projects. Thanks for following along with this tutorial. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.